I feel I need to say that for me, the affordable housing is a showstopper. I realize the movement that has occurred on this and what the requirements and the regulations are, but they're also, as Mr. McKinney and others have noted, there is the comprehensive plan, overarching civic priority. It's above everything else of affordable housing. And it's in the guiding principles of the Southwest Plan, and it's in what's in our Constitution. Our Home Rule Charter says that zoning shall not be inconsistent with the comprehensive plan. And while we may not have a specific regulation that required a specific amount of a specific type of or size or location of affordable housing for this particular area and this particular site, there's nothing to stop the applicant from providing it if they so choose to do so. And it certainly would be consistent, more consistent with the comprehensive plan's overarching principles and Southwest Plan's overarching principles. And I would say also more in conformance with the general special exception criteria relief, which is applicable in this case, that there not be an adverse effect on the neighborhood. Although no one's being displaced from the physical site of this project, the overall effect of this huge amount of very expensive housing on a neighborhood, this gentrification that's happening in our city, you can't deny that it's having an effect on the housing prices and the availability of housing to people of all affordable levels. So I would just, as the applicant goes back to and said that the applicant's representative said they're willing to go back and try once more, as they have in the past, to have further movement on design issues, on easement issues. I really encourage them to also pursue more movement on the affordable housing issues closer to what would be required if it were required, acknowledging that it isn't required if inclusionary zoning were applicable, both in the number of units, more in the closer to the 8 to 10%, not 3%, closer to the locational, the proportional issues in terms of size, the size of the units and the quality of the units and the location. So all of that, I think, should be worked on and would be an important way to move this project forward